Hello, hello. What's up, guys? You're watching the Couch Casuals, and I'm your host, Robert Dylan Vasquez, here with my lovely co-host,
Al Diorio. Welcome back, guys. We are here for UFC 300, the pre-show. This is going to be the biggest card of the year, the biggest card of the decade. I mean, the early prelims have fights that could be on main cards or main event fight nights.
You said
for the
it,
most part.
dude. You said it best. Card of the decade, card of the year for sure. Now, when you have both of those back to back, you would think poster of the year, right?
Yeah, you'd think they'd have the best poster of the year.
I'm pulling up the poster right now. Look at this shit, man. Look at that.
It's dull. It's very underwhelming.
That's it.
I don't get it. It's very lame. And the 300, like what's this text supposed to be? Like, why did they go with this text? I don't even think it looks good.
I don't know. Maybe, we special ordered our text. They couldn't drum something up. They don't have creators. It's like, dude. So
I thought this was like Lion King text. Like they just
as underwhelming as the poster is, you got it right. Like most of these, if not all of the prelims, could main event a fight night. So
yeah, like this card is. It's all the fans who have complained about this card. What do you want?
What we did a couple months ago. They want that fantasy draft, that card that you're gonna have to pay $500,000, $1 million, $3 million. Like you know what they wanted? They wanted Conor McGregor.
You want Conor, you want these big stars. I get it. But man, these fights are very, very good.
And they all have
From top to bottom.
Well, they all have to line up too. You can't just throw these people, like they have to have training camps, they have to be injury free, it all has to align. And so yeah, you could get a Conor, but notoriously, no pun intended, Conor cards are boxing cards. They're main event heavy, and then the rest of the card is dog shit.
Pills down.
So this card,
and also,
go ahead.
Think about it from a business aspect. UFC 300 is going to sell itself, right? Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
People who are into it are going to buy UFC 300. Conor cards sell themselves.
Yeah.
Why would you double dip that? Because it's like, you don't need Conor for this to sell. You don't. So why not just save it?
I mean, you're exactly right, and I don't even disagree. It's just when you say that, you're gonna hurt Conor's feelings.
I mean,
but
sorry, Conor.
Before we get started on any of the picks, on any of the part of the night dude, it's just so chock full of excitement. And if you're gonna bet at all, go to DraftKings.com/CCMMA
/TCMMA.
Because
we're still not even sure if it works.
Haven't had anybody bet with it, so
no one's tried. No one said it doesn't work.
Like, comment, subscribe, turn on that bell for notifications because we're back, dude. I apologize. I apologize on behalf of my host and our friends and fans. We did not do UFC 299. Was a banger, but
it was a great card.
Everything is back to your regularly scheduled programming. Kyle, we can't spend too much time on all of the fights. So what I'm offering to you is that we just spitfire the prelims. Just pick in true casual fashion.
Yeah.
Just boom, 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 boom.
We'll just pick. We're not going to talk about our pick. We're just going to pick. And let's start right at the bottom. Let's start with a former champion versus a former champion is opening up the card. And Davison Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt. Who you got?
I got Cody Garbrandt.
Cody Garbrandt. I'm going with Figgy on this one. And that leads right into the second fight of the night with Bobby Green versus Jim Miller.
Jim fucking Miller submission.
Jim Miller. I'm going with Bobby Green.
All right, dude.
Where the diversions are. I'm excited to see what the like final score is going to be, because it's going to be like fucking 7-8 or like some crazy fucking number.
100%.
After that, you got Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez.
I don't like Andrade, but I'm going with Andrade.
This one I'm a little torn on, honestly. Like,
they're both Brazilians. Jessica's on. She's too aggressive. Not to elaborate too much.
I think I'm going to go Marina. We're just going to stay
divided
on this one. And
all right, dude.
Yeah, we'll just keep going. All right. Final early prelim of the night with Jalen Turner and Renato Moicano.
I got Jalen Turner.
Jalen Turner. This is gonna be the first time we're gonna agree, because I'm taking Jalen as well.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm with you, dude.
All right. Let's go into the prelims of the night.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting with Sadiq Yusuf and Diego Lopez.
Lopez.
Oh, man, I'm torn here, too. I'm going to go Sadiq.
Okay, Sadiq's good, man. I was walking through a grocery store.
Yeah, like this is...
I was walking through a grocery store watching some early prelims one time, and he looked good. He was all right. Diego's just on too much of a run. Go ahead.
He really is. Even though he's lost, he's like really been impressive in those losses.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go on with the debuting Kayla Harrison versus Holly Holm. Who you got?
I have an upset with Holly Holm. She spoils Kayla Harrison's debut.
I'm going Kayla Harrison here. We have only agreed on one fight thus far, so these scores are going to be something else to look at. Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling, his featherweight debut.
If you guys saw last year, Sean O'Malley piece Aljo up, Calvin's even bigger. He's even more aggressive. Not so technical, but he'll take one to give one. I think he beats the shit out of Aljo.
Yeah, I'm going Calvin as well. I think it's a tough fight to come into featherweight with.
Aljo's jacked, bro. He's so big. So he's the size isn't the problem. It's just how are you going to handle some guy who's been doing it at 145?
Yeah, like it's a different territory.
This is your feel out fight? Get out of here.
And now we're going into the, what do they call it? The main prelim. I always forget the word.
Just
the featured prelim.
The featured prelim.
Featured prelim of the night with Yuri Prohaska versus Alexander Rakic. Who you got?
People forget how good Rakic is. And Jiri,
really
he's all like whatever. Fast Spitfire pick. I got Rakic.
Okay. I'm going with the former lightweight or light heavyweight champion in Yuri. So for all those picks, we have 2 that we agree on, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that we don't agree on. So this is going to be something else. And those were the prelims, guys. Like, all those fights could be on a main card.
Come on.
It's insane. I'll be on my couch at 6 o'clock, ready to go.
Watching 7+ hours of fights. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. And now we'll start actually breaking some of these fights down, because we're going into the main card, and we're going to start with the fight that really could be replaced with any of the previous fights, in my opinion. Bo Nickel and Cody Brundage.
So now that we can elaborate it a little more, Bo Nickel is a big deal. I'm not saying he's not. And you have to have some meat on the bone with these prelims to, I guess, get people interested. Like you said, you're on the couch at 6 o'clock. So from 6 to 10, just nonstop action. Make sure you guys are staying hydrated with the UFC 300 Prime.
This is not even a sponsored moment. We're not getting paid for this.
You can get it at your local grocery store or convenience store. Promo code CCMMA. Why?
Use the promo code at the grocery store. Type it into a little credit card. It'll give you something.
It's declined. Let me ask you, why are they pushing this kid so hard?
I mean,
because I don't mean to interrupt you. You can switch the featured prelim and Kayla Holly to okay, if Kayla does win, people know because they either bought the pay-per-view or didn't. Leading into the pay-per-view, okay, this is the next big deal. This is who they're pushing. Or have Bo main event. Why is he on this main card? Don't hate it. Why?
I get this. He's I get this vibe that, he's coming right out of all the wrestling, not a lot of UFC or MMA fights.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe they feel like this is their chance to build a new, homegrown superstar that's just you know what I mean? Kind of like a young superstar.
Sure.
That's my only guess, really, because they've just been feeding him these joke fights for the most part. Not joke fights, but who was the last guy? Val Woodburn.
Yeah, we actually interviewed Val Woodburn.
We interviewed Val. Yeah, he's a cool dude, but he got his ass beat real fast.
And then he thought striking was the way to go, and got knocked out by Bo Nickel. So.
But yeah, Bo's got a bit of a big head. I think he thinks he's. What didn't he say? If he wasn't on the main card, he wouldn't fight or something like that. A while back.
I think it was he was getting hate for not being on the main card. Or no, he was getting hate for being on the main card. And he's like, what are you guys going to do about it?
Yeah.
But you could, he was supposed to, I wouldn't mind him opening up the entire card from the first prelim of the night. Because it's we go back, it's Cody Garbrandt versus Davison Figueiredo. You switch those two fights, nobody bats an eye.
No.
So
not at all. But yeah.
So who do you got?
I'm going Bo.
You got to go Bo.
I got to go Bo on this pick. I don't know if I've ever seen a Cody Brundage fight. I'm sure I have.
Probably not. I'm not sure. I don't know who he's fought if you have.
But yeah, there's not much else to say there.
No, and that's one where, the whole prelims, my mouth is watering. I want to elaborate on all these picks.
Right. All those others we could have talked about, and then we get to this one, it's
Bo.
Bo. Here's an interesting one, though. We're going Charles Oliveira versus Arman Sarukian.
Dude, I just pulled the card back up for a second. If you're not Team Charles, fuck you, Here,
look at that guy.
He's
going to take Arman.
I actually think Arman, hang on. Arman was the guy that was fucking with Bobby Green, no? Yeah. Fuck Arman Sarukian or whatever. He went up and approached Bobby Green with all of his posse a couple fight cards ago.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I remember that shit.
And then the next day, Bobby Green got his get back. But as soon as I saw that video where he's all like, oh, you want to talk shit? Whatever he said to Bobby. Bobby's sitting there back against the wall, not
alone.
Not scared, just alone. And so I text him, I sent him a Instagram message. I go, you're a bitch, straight up. So I hope he gets back to me. I hope he sees this.
I hope he does. You're welcome on the CCMA to explain yourself, honestly.
One of the few that I'll be like, fuck you, but we'll listen.
We'll hear you out.
So, like I said, if you're not Team Charlie Olives, fuck you already, but an extra if you're with this Arman, he's going to be the next big whatever. Ugh.
Dude, I need Charles to win. I want Charles to win. I'm picking Charles.
I'm picking Charles.
My heart.
I don't know if you...
We're going olives all around, dude. I want to see him back at the top. He is still technically ranked number one But like, as far as Islam is concerned, you have two fights on this card that, like, you know,
You got to look out for
yeah, like, let's say Charles and Justin win. Who gets the title shot?
Dustin Poirier.
Islam wants to move up. Oh yeah, Dustin. Never mind. I do forget Dustin is like, that's what they're building to right now. It's a traffic jam at the top of the lightweight division.
As it kind of always has been.
This is true.
When Charles came out and he fucking submitted Michael Chandler, right? He knocked out Michael Chandler.
He knocked him out, yeah.
Submitted Dustin Poirier, knocked down Justin to submit him, right?
Yeah.
That
fucking tear.
This is the most clarity. Clarity Charles is the most clarity we've gotten in the lightweight division in a long time. Because even back when, in the prime McGregor era, it was still kind of iffy because Eddie Alvarez beats RDA, which was like, okay, cool. And then you want an MMA math. You're like, well, Conor beat Eddie and then goes and does fuck all. Khabib beats number 5 ranked realty guy, the realtor on
Beijing Al.
Yeah, Al Quinta. It's like you beat Al to become the champ, and so it's like then you finally have clarity where it's like Khabib and Conor fight, the two champions, and it's like, well, was Conor injured? What's going to whatever? Khabib beats 2 or 3 more guys, and then you just pass it on to Islam. So, I mean, dude. And then Islam beat Bobby Green to get his title shot.
It's kind of crazy.
Against, I don't want to make excuses, an injured Charles, a weary Charles, something was going on. I don't remember what he said. But Charlie Olives is a lightweight division savior. He is the Claritin D that this division needs.
We need Charles back at the top.
He never left, but he needs to get back to old Charles.
Yeah, I mean, him knocking out Dariush last, I thought was super impressive. And then what was his fight that he was supposed to fight and had to pull out of? I don't remember.
I think it was the title shot versus Islam.
It was the title fight, yeah.
Got a little cut, and then your boy Volk had to step in on short notice.
That cut ruined so much. Ruined just so much.
Yeah, dude.
That cut ruined Volk's title reign.
I'll tell you what, that cut, like you just said, that's the reason that Ilia Topuria is the champion right now.
To your featherweight champion. Dude, the butterfly effect from that cut is massive.
Damn it.
Yeah, but here's your chance to redeem yourself. Go out there and beat Arman Sarukian.
Fuck him.
Armenia.
I'm on to the next one.
All right. Well, a lot of people have said is the people's main event. It's a 5-round BMF title fight. Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway.
Do you mean Justin Gaethje versus Tony Ferguson too?
No.
Because damn it, Max, what are you doing, dude?
Oh, Max is a BMF no matter what.
Yeah, he doesn't need this. What? Did you see his comments about like fighting in any weight class? He had some comments where, for those of you who don't know,
like if you're the BMF, you got people in the fight any weight class.
Yeah.
What if the BMF became this like
open weight
championship, dude? Fucking Derek Lewis just knocking straw weights out.
That would, dude. Hang on, he's talking about male and female open weight.
Dude, can you picture Rose versus Derek Lewis?
I don't want to.
The BMF title.
No, this isn't some provocative site. This isn't some provocative site. This is UFC. So
this is fucking UFC. I get what he's saying. Like, you need to be game for anybody.
Okay, cool. If you're at a convenience store,
even if it's not realistic.
If you're at a convenience store and you're with your girl and your kids, and Francis Ngannou bumps into you and goes, "Get out of my way," Yeah, Max, fight Francis Ngannou. But if you're in an octagon, Apex size or Saudi Arabia size, don't fight Francis. What are you doing? No, don't do that.
Max did look fucking swole. There was a picture that got leaked from his training camp, and he looked jacked.
Okay, what does that do? You remember the last time he fought at 155?
Yeah, you want to know? I was there.
Yeah, I was waiting on you to say that. One of the greatest cards of all time. Yeah, like I wouldn't say top to bottom, but like that was Izzy Gastelum.
That was actually April 14th.
Looking at his poster. He has
my poster, dude.
You want me to look at mine? Mine's Curtis Blades versus I don't even Dos Santos. Junior Dos Santos.
That's a barn burner right there,
then
bro.
you have Michael Chiesa versus Rafael Dos Santos, and it's like, brother. Anyways, comparing cards, Max at 155, I feel like could contend. You give him a world beater like Justin Gaethje for the BMF?
Yeah, I mean, Max. How old is Max? I'm gonna look at their age.
30,
I want to see some ages here.
33, if I had to guess.
Justin is
35.
35. Max is 32?
I mean, he's been in this game a while. Became champion at like 26, 27. Beat Aldo, maybe 28. So he's been in the limelight for a while, just being a fucking beast.
It is crazy because I would have assumed Justin was younger based on their UFC tenure.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah. I didn't realize that. So that kind of really shocks me a little bit.
Does it sway your pick at all?
I mean, it might. We'll have to wait and see here in a second.
Wow.
But, when Max fought Dustin, I mean, it was competitive, but, like, he was getting fucking rocked. Like, Dustin was landing power shots that he had not dealt with before.
I agree. So, with Max, and Max is synonymous with volume. Max is going to bank, bank, bank. He's going to touch you all night. And that's what Volk avoided in their third fight, where it's like, okay, you're going to hit me 9 times. I'm going to hit you about 3 or 4, and they're going to hurt. And so that's what Dustin did. Like you said, like, okay, Dustin didn't get out of that fight unscathed. There's a reason.
No.
Yeah, there's a reason that it went all the round. Like, Max didn't get knocked down. He didn't get knocked out. But Dustin, he was eating some, but just enough to where, like, okay, I got him, bing, 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 and then I'm going to hit him with some shit. And Max looked bad. And I think it was the 5th round. I want to say it was the 5th, where Dustin got off the stool early. And he's like, fuck it, let's go. And then Max, he sees this, and he's like, let me take a sip of water, and let me get up and go.
Let me get up.
You're not getting me, dog.
Dude.
So
it was it's interesting. It's interesting because now also you have. I feel like this move up made sense with Volk being champ, right? Like you've done it 3 times. Even if you could beat him right now, it's not going to happen. You're not going to get there's not going to run it back a 4th time while he's champ. A lot of things are different right now. Who are you picking?
I got Justin by knockout.
By knockout. You think Max is going down officially for the first time in his career? Like,
I don't think he's going down. I think he's going out.
That I don't want to see that, dude.
I don't either. But I'm picking worst case, so I'm not. It's still gonna hurt. It's still gonna hurt.
Yeah.
And Justin, he will hit you with Tony Ferguson, like when
atomic power.
But he couldn't knock out Tony Ferguson, so it's like I feel like Max has along the lines of the same chin. My number one problem is that, like you said, okay, Ilya beats Volk. A lot of things have changed. Why didn't, or not, you didn't say this, but like, why isn't Max fighting Ilya? Because you have to let Volk get his get back, whatever, full camp, get his brain back together. This is a keep me busy fight for Max, and that's what I don't like.
Yeah. Is Max entering that era where he's like, you know what? Let's just... Is he entering this kind of like Michael Chandler era of his career where he's like, you know what? I'm not going to be here much, much longer. Let's just get all these fucking bangers and make some money. But that being said, I don't know if it's epiphany. I don't know if it's just the wind is hitting me today. I'm going blessed. I'm picking blessed today. We're going Max Holloway. We have so many picks that, like, if I get this wrong, who gives a shit?
Right.
So I'm going with Max on this one.
Okay.
We're going blessed.
Well, he doesn't knock Justin out.
He's not going to I'm expecting to see a Max that is as elusive as he's ever been. He's going to piece Justin up just enough. You know what I mean?
Sure. Like, he's going to touch him.
He's going to touch him a lot. He may not knock Justin out, but he's going to find a way to win this fight.
All right, dude. I mean, I want that. I can't knock you for that, and I won't.
I'm picking with my heart.
I've seen Justin do some things to Edson Barbosa, knocks him out first round, and that was.
We all have seen Justin just not. And logically, I think Justin probably does win this fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Fuck it. It's UFC 300. I'm going with my heart on this pick.
All right, dude. I'm with you. Let's
now money on it.
Oh,
I don't know. I would have to wait to see what the over/under on is. But...
Well, if you did put money on it, just a reminder: use code CCMMA. But let's keep the train rolling. I'm not trying to see Max. I don't want to picture Max going down at all. I don't want his first knockdown because he's like 1,328 strikes absorbed to the head, 28 fights without a knockdown. So
I mean, that's like absurd.
It's the most impressive stat that he has, I think. Besides punches thrown in a round versus Calvin Kattar.
It's potentially one of the most impressive stats of all time.
He's up there. He's a bad motherfucker, dude.
He's a bad motherfucker. That's why he's in this fight. But yeah, we're going into the co-main. That's the co-main event.
Yep.
You gave 3 main events tonight, or that night. We're going into the co with Zhang Weili versus Yan Xiaonan in a fight over China supremacy in the strawweight division.
Yeah.
They're both Chinese fighters.
You're not lying.
And they're both fucking insane.
Because you have the Magnum, and
the Magnum, the most unexpected nickname I've ever seen in my life. And then Yan, who knocked out Andrade, TKO'd or one of the two. I don't really remember the actual ending.
I think that the loser is Yakuza meat. I think the you're not gonna see one for a while. And I don't want to speak that into existence, but this card is already a banger enough. I just want to see these ladies. You already know Zhang Weili. She has fight of the year potential with how she pieced up Joanna. Yeah.
I think you're looking at a potential one of the best women's fights of the year here. I think Yan brings it. Weili brings it. They move forward. They fight. This could be a slugfest. Or it also could be somebody going out to sleep fast.
Or you got Derek Lewis, Francis Ngannou 1.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that is technically always a possibility.
Always, dude.
These fights.
And it's like, are these ladies? Does one think that they could beat the other in incredible fashion? Is one going to be more nervous? Are they both going to be nervous? anything can happen. I'm hoping for a barn burner. I'm hoping for a championship fight that, I mean, regardless of what happens, aside from Francis Ngannou, Derek Lewis won, I feel like it's a good spotlight for Chinese fighters.
It is. Like, this is good for them. I mean, and you don't see China, from what I've heard, the only athletes you see on an international stage are the fucking best of the best in China.
Oh,
right?
100%.
And so, like, this has got to be cool for them to watch two Chinese women go at it for a UFC title, the best in the world at the strawweight division. It's going to be a banger, I believe. I'm going to stick with that. I think it's going to be a banger. Who are you picking?
I got Zhang Weili. She has the title experience. She has the barn burners, the fights. You know what I'm saying? If Yan tries to get like her technical power, like I'm gonna piece you up, maybe on the third or fourth shot, I'm gonna put some pepper on it. Zhang will be like, "Fuck that! We're both just, like she's not scared she's not scared to throw blows, not at all." And
yeah, I don't see Zhang getting like KO'd here or something like that.
You didn't see it versus Rose.
That is true. That is so true.
And that's back when Rose was a technical fighter.
Yeah. So look at the trajectory their careers have gone since that fight.
Depends on their coaching. And are you scared to lose, or are you of the mindset where can't stop, won't stop? Just not whatever happens. I'm gonna bring it. And I honestly hope it's the first, or the latter rather. I just want to see a good fight, because if my prediction is true, I'm gonna need a pick me up after this Justin Gaethje Max Holloway fight.
Yeah.
And so this one, if it just gets my mind off of it and leads me into a beautiful main event, that's what I don't want to put these ladies in a box. That's what this fight is for. Get me off of the Max Justin. Get my mind off of things until we get to this beautiful main event.
So you're going Zhang
Weili. Remember me.
We're going Zhang Weili, the Magnum. All right.
The fucking Magnum.
On to the main event of UFC 300.
Which, I mean, brother, like, when you talk about main events, because you have the main event for UFC 100, and that was Lesnar Mir, right?
I think so.
I believe so. Did 1.5 million pay-per-view buys. It was the first like century card of the whole, because I believe they had gotten rid of the names at that point. Because they used to do it like WWE. It'd be like UFC 97 Evolution or some shit. It was just
some shit.
UFC 300, Dan Hendo, elbow in Bisping, like just a bunch of loaded moments on that card. Fantastic main event, because it's like you're bringing in the Beast. You're bringing in Brock. Well, he's got some shit going on. I don't know how much I want to talk about Brock right now. Innocent until proven guilty. And then you have UFC 200, supposed to be Conor Nate 2, supposed to be Ronda Rousey, supposed to be DC versus Jones. And then just on the 11th hour, the mix-up of you ended up getting Daniel Cormier, Anderson Silva, Brock Lesnar versus Mark Hunt, and that reveal was spoiled by somebody in the media. We would never. If you are a fight organization out there and you want to announce a fight to us, but like keep it under wraps, CCMMA is the way to go.
Yeah, send it to us. We'll treat it with care.
So, and then you have this card, UFC 300. I don't think any like too big of shakeups happened. We We don't know until Friday when people do or don't miss weight. Before we get into that, do you think any of these fights fall off?
Man, I'm just gonna try to stick with a positive mindset that this will completely stay intact. No weirdness.
We don't need it. We don't need it.
No weirdness, please.
But my whole synopsis and soliloquy being said, the main event for the third century card, one of the biggest cards of our lifetime. When we get to 400, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while till we get to 400.
Been a long time.
So you top it off with Jamal Hill and Alex Pereira or Pereira. Okay, man. All right. Sell this to me. Sell this to me.
I get it. It's not the biggest names. It's not a Connor, Mike. It's not fucking Stipe, John, or John Espinal, or Izzy Pereira. You get an Alex, who is arguably one of the hottest UFC stars of the last couple years. You know, knocking out Izzy, knocking out Yuri.
Yeah.
You know, big upcomer, right? Not up and comer because he's obviously well into his career, but like his name value. And then you take a guy who whooped up on his coach, pieced the fuck up of his head coach in his last fight, ex-light heavyweight champion. I think this is a very good main event. And I don't get the hate it's getting. I get it's not the name value you're looking for, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good main event. These two guys, someone's probably going to get knocked out.
I'd say because Jamal Hill, his only loss was a broken arm versus Paul Krieg, right?
Yeah. Let me look.
Goes out there, and we're watching that Glover fight. Like, okay, how's Jamal gonna lose? Like, honestly, if I'm being honest, I'm like, all right, well, how's he gonna lose? And then just shows out, dude.
Let me just run back Hill's last few fights, okay? And we're going to go far back. We're going to 2020.
Okay. Ever since COVID.
Don't know who this guy is. Knocks the dude out in the first round. All right, Abreu. I don't know who Abreu is. All right, next fight, December 5th, 2020. Knocks out Ovin St. Peru.
OSP.
The next fight is the Craig fight where he gets his arm broken, and he gets his arm broken by like one of the best jiu-jitsu fighters in the light heavyweight division, right?
Yeah.
It happens. All right. Now after that, knocks out Jimmy Crute, first round. Knocks out Johnny Walker, first round. Knocks out fucking Thiago Santos.
Yeah, dude.
And then he pieces up Teixeira, who had been fighting like really well into his late career, but like pieced him the fuck up. This is going to be someone's going to sleep in this fight. What more could you want in the main event of UFC 300?
Just more history, I guess. More of a name, like you said. Like it's all about glitz and glamour and fashion. But alluding to what you said earlier, this whole card sells itself. Hang on. You're gonna watch from 6 to 12, maybe 12:30.
Yeah.
And then you're just gonna turn the main event off? Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here, dude. This main event's a great main event. If this was a main event of any other pay-per-view, I think people are like, oh, that's gonna be a good main event. Because it's 300 and you don't have your big name. And a lot of it, like you said, was due to scheduling. Like, Izzy's taking time off. You couldn't do Izzy Alex. Connor, who the fuck knows what's going on with Connor? So you can't do Connor Mike or Connor whoever. John Jones, you have the issues with John and Stipe and Tom, and the heavyweight division's looking very fucking weird. Alex it's clearly one of the big names that was targeted for 300.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just trying to find who does Alex fight?
Yeah.
And I think Jamal Hill's a good answer. I think, he's 12-1. Knocked almost everybody out in his way to get to this fight. So
I think he's arguably the perfect dance partner for Alex Pereira.
I do too. I like Jamal Hill. I like Jamal Hill a lot, dude.
Did you see his prediction?
No, I didn't.
Similar to like Sean Strickland or any strikers who fought Alex, they're like, nah, I'm knocking him out. He's this, he's that. Jamal is like, I'm knocking him out. So I'm riding with Jamal's prediction, not for my pick, but I'm just saying, like, I like that confidence. I like that he's not gonna go out there and patty cake with Alex. But I can't. I've seen Alex get knocked out before. I haven't seen Jamal get knocked out. I haven't really seen him rocked. Glover's not the best striker. Johnny Walker isn't the most technical striker. He's unorthodox. He's weird. Thiago Santos is not super technical, more power. So it's like
a lot of power.
We've never seen Jamal go up against a technical and strong striker.
Right. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. I had a thought. What do I want to say? But he has been knocking out guys that have been fighting these light heavyweight fights for a long time. Like guys that should be but are used to this kind of power. Alex is not so much used, at least in the UFC, to the light heavyweight. He beats Yuri, but was arguably not looking great until he knocked Yuri out.
Yeah.
Who was the fight before that? Who was his first light heavyweight fight?
I'm not sure.
Pull it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Let me pull it up. Jan.
Okay.
Wins by split decision. A lot of people were. It was one of those where like, hee-haw, who won that fight for real?
Mm-hmm.
So he's won, but he has not looked like the world beater in light heavyweight that he did in like his middleweight come up. So I think it's an interesting fight. Who you picking?
I like Alex even more.
I really like Alex too.
Even more than I started, like, because it's like I thought he was the bad guy in the Izzy arc, in the story that was their. I just guess they're like the Potan, the fucking Hands of Stone. It got me. I'm like, oh, he's the bad guy. Now I'm looking at that whole thing like, damn, maybe
it's like reversed.
Yeah, maybe Izzy was the bad guy, and so
maybe Izzy's the bad guy,
which is fine. I'm not saying Izzy is a bad guy, or I'm not trying to talk too much about Izzy, but like, I think he was the Frieza to Alex's Goku, or he was
Alex. Yeah,
I
can see that.
Any analogy, really. But the more that Potan's personality shines through online, or, like, I'm just like...
Seems like a chill dude.
This guy's a cool guy.
I would rather hang out with Alex than to hang out with Izzy, I think.
For me, and this is probably going to say a lot. I don't know how much of the lore that you guys on the CCMMA channel keep up with. I think Alex is my favorite Brazilian.
Dude, that's saying a lot. I agree, man. I think if you've watched a lot of these episodes, you've seen this evolution to both of us really liking Alex slowly over time.
I got Jamal Hill by knockout.
That being said, I'm going Jamal Hill.
Let's go, Jamal. Knock this fucker out.
I really like Jamal Hill. He's just, it's going to be a good fight. I mean, obviously, I can see Jamal getting fucked up as well. So like,
this is a toss up. This is something. Yeah. Who knows?
Look at our name. It's the Couch Casuals. We're not experts. we pick because sometimes we just don't fucking know. We were just doing what we feel like in the moment.
Dude. You wait till we get some experience under our belt, then we'll be the CE MMAs, all right?
Yeah,
the couch
shit,
experts, dude. Rebrand.
Couch experts, bruh.
But for now, we're the couch casuals, and that was pretty much UFC 300, dude. Like,
that's a lot. Well, we covered a lot. I'm gonna run back through all of our picks real quick so everybody is caught up. My picks from bottom to top: Figueroa, Bobby Green, Marina Rodriguez, Jalen Turner, Sadiq Youssef, Kayla Harrison, Calvin Kattar, Yuri Prohaska, Bo Nickel, Charlie Olives, Max Holloway, Zhang Weili, and Jamal Hill. Can you remember all yours, or do you want me to read them?
No.
Because I typed them all out.
I think I got this. Let me know if I'm wrong.
All right, let's go.
All right, I got Cody Garbrandt. I got Jim fucking Miller. I got Jessica Andrade. I got Jalen Turner. I got Diego Lopez. I got Holly Holm. I got Calvin Kattar. I got Alexander Rakic. I got Armin Sarukian. No, I got Charlie Olives. I got Bo Nickel. I got Justin Gaethje. I got Weili Zhang, and then I have Jamal Hill.
So, bragging rights for 300 is up in the fucking air. It could go any way here. There's not a lot of agreement. We agreed on
three fights, 4 fights,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. But that's out of 13. So we agreed on less than half of the fights.
It could go any which way.
This is gonna be an interesting one. I'm excited to see the outcome because, like, who the fuck knows?
If you guys want to post your picks at all in the comments, it's the pre-show.
This is the pre-show, baby.
We're putting ourselves out there. Just throw some comments. Tell us how wrong you think we are. Tell us if you agree. This is a forum of casual people, of casual fans of the UFC. So whatever you guys want to turn this into, we're malleable. We'll go with you. Kyle, any closing thoughts? Any closing thoughts on UFC 300? Any wishes? Any regrets? Anything?
None, dude. I can't fucking wait. It's gonna be great. That's all there is to say. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be
amazing. One more time.
Let's do one last thing. What do you think? Who do you think is fight of the night? Out of all these fights, who do you think wins fight of the night?
Fight of the night will go. It'll go to the BMF.
Yeah, BMF.
Fight of the night goes to the BMF. And that's, I mean, I hate that because it's kind of like a duh.
Yeah.
And then I also hate it because what if it's not?
I could see the women taking it in the co-main. I could take the main event. You know, Charlie Olives is always game.
But that's
Yuri Alexander Rakic. I mean, like,
yeah, dude. Once you really break this card down, which I'm glad that we were able to do, you kind of see, like, I mean, damn, man, like what's gonna happen? So
it's gnarly.
If there's nothing else that you want to allude to, we are the Couch Casuals. Like, subscribe, comment, turn on the notifications via clicking that bell. Let's do it. We take direct messages on all of our Instagrams that they will be in the link.
Hit us up.
DraftKings.com/CCMMA. And that's our show.
Goodbye, everyone.
Later.